Welcome back, everyone. Tonight, we're taking a closer look at Hurricane Katrina. Yes, the storm was catastrophic, but many say the government's response made things far worse. To help us break this down from all angles, we've brought in experts who saw these issues up close. Let's meet them. Our first guest is Dr. Mark Collins, a humanitarian expert who has spent years studying disaster relief and working directly with survivors. He's here to talk about the human impact, what people went through during these critical days after the storm.
Hey, I'm Mark Collins, and thanks for having me on. You know, the storm itself was awful, but what happened after, that's what really broke people. Folks were stuck for days without food, water, or medical help. The Superdome was overcrowded. People were scared, and help just didn't come fast enough. A lot of the trauma people still carry today isn't just from Katrina. It's from feeling like they were just left on their own.
Next, we have James Walker, an analyst who specializes in government oversight and emergency management. He's going to walk us through what went wrong at the federal, state, and local levels.
Hi, I'm James Walker. Exactly. The response was chaotic. FEMA wasn't coordinated, supplies weren't moving, and no one seemed to know who was in charge. You had trucks getting rerouted, delayed, or just sitting still. Requests for aid took too long to go through. It became a textbook example of how mismanagement can turn a natural disaster into something much worse.
Our third guest is Aaron Reynolds, an economic development specialist who's been tracking the long-term effects of relief efforts in Louisiana. He'll be talking about how the slow and uneven response affected businesses, neighbors, and the economy as a whole.
And yes, I'm Aaron Reynolds. And the long-term fallout hit the economy hard. Thousands of small businesses never reopened, and some neighborhoods waited years for basic infrastructure to be repaired. Relief programs ended up helping wealthier areas more than poorer ones, especially black communities. Louisiana was already struggling before Katrina, and the uneven recovery just widened those gaps.
And finally, we're joined by Councilman Eric Duval, a local official who was involved in the recovery efforts. He's here to offer a counterpoint and explain how local and state factors also shape the outcome.
Eric Duval here. Look, the federal response definitely had problems, but we have to be honest. State and local issues played a part too. Some requests weren't filled properly or quickly enough. And let's not forget the levee system. It had been neglected for years, and when it failed, the flooding made everything exponentially worse.
Thank you all for sharing your insights. Hurricane Katrina wasn't just a natural disaster, it was a human, governmental, and economic crisis. Understanding every piece of this helps us prepare better for the future.